Morning, YouTube. All right, today I'm working on the drawers, and as I promised in the last one, I'm doing a different kind of joinery on this one. And what I'm going to do is what's called a rabbit joint. What that is this is the front of the drawer, and this is one of the sides, and I've cut a dado along the edge so that this fits in, gives me a little bit more glue surface, and I'll brad nail it from here. And what I've done is I cut a groove along the bottom to accept the plywood bottom for the drawer. And then at the back, I cut another groove. This is going to be the back of the drawer. I left a couple inches because, well, I got a lot of 24-inch wide stock, and this gives it a little bit more strength, so this isn't going to chip out if for some reason I put something that rolls around and bangs against it. If I just left a little edge like this, then it's possible that this just chip right out. So basically I'm getting all the pieces cut all at the same time. There is a difference between lefts and rights, because I got to keep track of that, which is why on a lot of these I marked a big L, a big R, so that I can tell the difference. The drawers are all, you would think they'd be all the same, but they're all just a little bit different. So I've got all these marked. These are for the big ones under the beds. I had them when I cut them out, A, B, so C, D, so I can match up the drawer fronts. I'm making the drawers, and then the pieces I cut out way back when I was doing the beds, those are going to get adhered to the front of this. Those will be the pretty part. And then we put the handles on them and go. I'm doing the same kind of joinery on the little drawers. So I've got the same kind of thing, and these I definitely marked left and rights. And the way I cut that in the edge is I have the dado blade set up. I raised it to the height that I wanted, and what I do is I put a what we call a sacrificial fence on my table saw fence, and then I'd marked a line how high I wanted it and raised it up so that it's cutting into this, so that when I cut this piece, the blade is off, this part is off the edge of the board, so it does a nice clean cut. This edge I measured so that it's exactly right, so that when the side rails go in, they sit flush with the end of the board. So let me get this cut. You guys have seen me cut dados before, so I don't really need to show you how to do that. I'm just get these cut up, and I get the bases, and then we'll start assembling. All right, be right back. Okay, I've got all the pieces cut out, ready to start assembling. I'm going to use this block just to make sure this groove lines up with that groove, because a little bit off is going to give me problems. I think you're going to see me do a little different than I've done before. Use a little brush to make sure I get it up on this side also. That's the whole idea of doing the rabbit joint, is to give me that whole 90-degree connection. So One thing I definitely want to be careful with is, I learned the hard way, don't put your fingers on the inside to hold it when you're doing this, because it just takes a little piece. It being offset just a little bit. Or it hits a little hard spot in the piece of wood, and next thing you know, you got a brad through your finger. Okay, so this is the A. And I labeled everything because this is the A at the bottom. Slide it right down these slots. And apparently I mismeasured by a little bit, so I had trimmed this off, and I'll pick up where we were. Oops. Stuff happens. Better that I cut it too long than too short. Okay. Back to this, into the grooves. glue the back in place. Well, I need a longer cord. Alright, then we glue the back in place again. I didn't glue the bottom in. I want it to float because it will expand and contract. I could go with the not gluing the back in, but I really don't think that I'm going to have to be taking this bottom out. If I do, well, to get to that point, then I'll probably just build a new drawer. And for strength, doing the sides gives me a lot more surface area glued together, and more surface area stronger than glue joint. Make sure it's seated nice and tight, and there we go. Drawer number one. I'll get the other three big ones, the two little ones, and the only thing left to do is put the face plates on, well, install them, and then I'll put the face plates on. So in the next video I'll do that. So cue the time lapse. Okay, so all the drawers are done. Take a look over there. And remember how I said way back in the very beginning of the video to keep your fingers away from the edges? That's why. Or even better, I don't know if you can see it up front here, hit something inside, spewed out to the side. The brads are only there to hold it until the glue dries anyway. So what I'll do is I'll get a hold of them with a once the glue's dried tomorrow, and I'll just take needle nose pliers and grab those, and I can curl them right out, and it won't, the glue is going to be stronger than those brads anyway. So, well, there you go. That's how I do all the drawers, put them together. No need for me to show you how to put in the slides and all that. I'll do that I'll come back with a short video on how I put the faceplates and all the hardware on. So until next time, see you later, YouTube. Oh, and happy Independence Day. A couple of days late. All right, bye.